Hello, everybody. It's Rob from Old Style Classics Baseball Cards, Part 3, September 30th, or maybe it's the first already. My first video, and then I did my second video. But my wife, she's checking out. She's done, so she's gonna go to bed. But she wanted to say something.
Good night, everybody.
So there, right off the bat, you guys won. Bye, baby. I love you.
Bye,
Good
I love
night.
you.
All right, so I'm not gonna make you wait for my reveal. So my first video was showing you my white whale, talking about 2006 Allen Ginter. I'd always been chasing this card for the last 17, 18 years. This is my 52 mantle. I've always wanted the Danica Patrick mini framed autograph out of 2006. Thought I would never get it. So I had bought a 2010 10th anniversary autograph version of her card. So they brought her back 10 years later, so I had her sign 100 cards, 10 of each different year style. I bought one of those to kind of hold me over because I always chased this card and I wanted to open it myself. But like I said, over the years, you just can't get old Allen Ginter anymore, and the odds of getting her is like obviously really low. And now that there's so much less out there, you know, am I gonna spend $2,000-3,000 on a hobby box if I were ever to be able to find one, and then try to pull this out of that, and then end up with 3 relic cards? No, so eventually I was gonna just have to buy it because I was never gonna get the original. That's why I got the 10th anniversary one, and I love that card. It's a beautiful card too. Um, there it is, real quick. It's a beautiful card. I love it, but it's still not the original. But now I have 2. Told you how I was never able to pull her autograph out of anything, any of the NASCAR stuff, Panini or Press Pass or any of that stuff. I just got a fire suit card, a few numbered cards, and that's it. So I had the original full size 2006 of her, and the mini didn't even have any of the parallels like the ANG black back or black border. I just had those 2 cards for all these years, and I continue to chase these. The only other things I had was the original blaster with her on it. I got 2 of these. You know, I got some of the wrappers, and I got the original cell sheet that has her on it, which now will be my next chase, is to get her to sign my cell sheet of the 2006, because those are rare. And I've had that since the day I walked into the card shop in Albuquerque, and I was like, dude, what is this? He's all, oh, Allen Ginter's this new thing Topps doing, and it's going to be based on the old 1887. And I was like, dude, you had me at the vintage, the pre-war. You had me at, when you said 1800, dude, I'm hooked. And then they were going to have mini tobacco-sized cards. I was like, what in the world? And ever since then, I've been a huge fan of minis, a huge fan of Allen Ginter's. I love all the crazy stuff they do because I understand what the original Allen Ginter's was all about. Tobacco cards, not just baseball, all kinds of characters. Topps carries on the tradition. It's one of the most popular products. Some people love it, some people hate it. And the people who hate it are either just want baseball cards, which you could always have gotten Gypsy Queen or any other product if you wanted, or just don't understand what Allen Ginter's is. So finally I went to eBay. After purchasing this, I would keep my eyes peeled for this. Somebody had a graded one, and I think it's still up there now, $1,700, and it's a 9. And then like a couple weeks later, I came across this somebody was selling. They had put up for auction. Nobody had bid because the starting price was pretty high. But this card, 10 years ago was $500-600. Since then, it's shot up over 1,000. But people were scared off by the starting bid, and I was like, you know what? This is the card I've always wanted. that's the price, around the price that I was willing to pay. I put a bid in at the last minute. Boom, and I picked it up. Went through the eBay authenticity. Came in the mail today. There it is, my white whale. I picked it up, and it looks like it's in pretty good shape. I don't see any real problems with it. The centering on the actual card actually looks pretty good. And at some point in time, I will take it out of this because I don't like soft sleeves. I want to put it in a one touch to go with my other stuff. And as far as I'm concerned, it's authentic. I got it. I'm not planning on selling it. I'm not a flipper. I'm not going to get it graded, most likely. Maybe someday, but not in the years to come that I can think of, because I'm planning on keeping it. I know it's authentic, so that's going to come off. It's going to go into some display that I want it to be. And if I ever did sell it, or my wife has to sell it, well, then I'll just have to go through authentication again. But I'm one of the only 100 people that own this card. You know, and there's a 101 postcard from this year from her that's never showed up, so probably won't ever get that. And if it ever did come up, it'd probably be $10,000 or more. So she's one of the most popular from that set. One of the top 5 expensive cards. You know, you got Tyson, Hogan, Jeremy Irons, and some Olympian. So that's why they did the 10th anniversary, because she was one of the most popular. And then I picked up the Andre Dawson 2023 base filigree card. Because even though I'm going to open a lot of Allen Ginter, because they're just stellar, beautiful cards this year. Just the design is epic. And the minis are even better because the color concentration is so deep. But I didn't know if I'd ever pull this card, so I'm like, yeah, I'm getting that. Same thing with the other short print, the black border. Maybe I could pull that. I don't know. If I do pull any of these, you know, it's just going in my collection. That's my PC, Andre Dawson. But I had to have it. And since I wasn't able to pick up a box Allen Ginter X last year, 2022, it's a really beautiful design too. Like, this is cool. And, you know, some people don't like this border. You know, it's Montreal. I mean, I'll take any Dawson. That's fine with me, but I love the Allen Ginter X. And I needed this one. But they're really good. They're really good looking cards, and they had a really good rookie class. Last year's celebrity list was okay. You know, I did get a Danny Glover autograph, and then I got the football player, not Trevor Lawrence, but the other guy, Jonathan Taylor. I got his mini framed autograph. But otherwise, you had Martin and Charlie Sheen, and mostly some comedians and your standard ESPN kind of people. And then maybe some country singers and some other oddball athletes. So if I have any complaint about Allen Ginter in the most recent years, is that their celebrity or other non-baseball player checklist has been mid. You know, they're not getting like your Method Man like I was supposed to get when he backed out, but I was supposed to get his mini framed autograph. But aside from him, like Axl Rose or, you know, some bigger names, they haven't had a lot of that lately. And this year's, that's my complaint about 2023, is it's all rappers, you know, like DJs and rap artists, and I don't like either of that stuff. I don't think DJs are artists. They're just playing other people's music in their own mix of it or whatever. And then I don't care much for rap, although DMC would be cool, Run DMC. You know, I like kind of that stuff back in the day, like the Fat Boys or something, Beastie Boys. But the other stuff, I mean, it's just not my thing. But they might be pretty valuable. You know, they got a couple good football players like what is it, Young from Green Bay. But actors and stuff, you know, not a whole lot. So that would be my only complaint, is that the celebrity checklist isn't great. It's not bad, but it's just not as good as they've been. So, anyways, there you go. My white whale, my 52 mantle, my Hannes Wagner, my Cracker Jack Thai Cobb, my my T206 Thai Cobb, or your Cracker Jack Shoeless Joe Jackson, your Cap Anson from the 1800s, or that's my version of it. It's almost 20 years old now, so it's amazing. She's super popular, and she's still really pretty. I mean, we all thought she was beautiful, seeing her GoDaddy commercials. Wanted her to do well. She didn't do great in NASCAR. She did win in Indy. She was probably better in IndyCar. She's super smart. If you ever listen to her, she's got her own YouTube page, or you see her in interviews. She's really smart. She's still really beautiful. Thank God she's not with that Aaron Rodgers. So I know she's from the Chicago area. To be with a Green Bay guy, ugh. And I think she's a Cub fan too. So, a quick story about her. I've been chasing this card for so long, and then I have the sell sheet that I've always wanted to get signed. And of course, I would like to meet her. I like meeting celebrities and getting autographs and pictures. That's my other hobby. Ticket stubs and all that stuff. Going to shows. But meeting people, because I'm just a collector, I'm not a seller. And of course, who wouldn't want to meet, one of the pretty girls that you've always kind of liked. And but at my wife's work downstairs for a couple years, GoDaddy actually had a office on the first floor of her building, and they were at the top floor. And one day, Danica Patrick went in there to meet the staff of the GoDaddy people that worked. My wife, she didn't work for GoDaddy, a different company, different floor. But Danica Patrick actually was in her building meeting all those people. And if I just happened to be there, I would have got to meet her probably, because, I met plenty of celebrities, so I would have tried at least. I have methods for trying to meet these people. And I used to go pick her up all the time at work, so she was right there, just down the street from us. And of course, I didn't know it, and she didn't know it until it already happened. But that was my chance. So if I ever get to it, it's going to be like she's at a local race or something, or book signing or something like that. But there's my chase card. So now I don't know what to do with myself that I got the card that I wanted. I guess maybe I'll have to move on to getting me original Cracker Jack card or Colgan disc, because I also did get one of my other chase cards, which was an original Allen Ginter 1887. Now I need to get a baseball player next. There's a wrestler from the original set of cards, W.M. Muldoon. So I picked this up a few weeks ago. It's a little rough shape, but it's an original Allen Ginter, the first mass-produced trading cards that you can get. As you can see, there's just a few baseball players, that little list there, and the rest of it is what you guys would call weirdo cards. Shout out to Jabs, or oddballs, but oarsmen, wrestlers, pugilists, which is boxers, shooters like Annie Oakley, like Buffalo Bill, pool players and billiard players. And then the sets that they did after this were pretty girls, athletes, runners, baseball players, people smoking, different people from around the world, Native Americans, flags, all that kind of stuff, different buildings. That's why Allen Ginter does what they do, is because that's what they originally did. Just real quick, there's the original 2006 full size and mini. Just regular back, but it is short print, 305. Alright. So, boom, boom, boom. Boom. There you go. Now I gotta figure out what to do with myself. But I know the next thing I could do. You know what I like to do when I'm done showing you? When I've picked up my white whale card, I like to open some baseball cards. And since I have a hobby box and some blasters, let's do a little pack war. 8 blasters, 8 blaster packs with 6 cards each. So I'll get 8 minis, so it already wins that I'll get more minis from the 8 packs than the 6 packs of 8 cards that I'll get out of the hobby box. So I guess I'll start with the blaster again, because most likely the blaster is going to give you the less amount of hits or no hits at all. The only advantage to retail for Allen Ginter versus hobby, I mean, hobby wins every time because you're guaranteed 3 hits, and you get a box loader, and you're guaranteed one of the filigree cards, and you might get a hot box. And retail, you're not guaranteed anything, but you can only get the gold borders in retail, which are okay this year, and they're not great. And the rookie design variations, which is the rookie cards based on the 2006 design, which is based on the 1887 design. So if you like to collect gold, to have a different version of your favorite player, then you need to get retail. But they're notoriously, for the last 5 or 6 years, been pretty bad getting retail from Allen Ginter. But I did pull a Christopher Morel rookie relic, a good-looking blue relic from Christopher Morel last night. There's your retail pack. And I'm a mini card fan. Mini tobacco cards are my thing. And so that's usually the card I'll hide from myself and reveal. Just like if you were revealing a hit. And I think I'm 5 or 6 cards away from completing the talented, the bird cards that are goofy. They're serious because they got a cool bird on it and the story about that raptor, but they're also a joke card because its title is talent, like a bird, tid, like talented. All right, so Jimenez, Bichette. I'm not going to take too long because I'm seeing a lot of repeats all the time. Let's zoom in here a little bit. Just there, maybe just a tad. There we go. And Brian Wilson. And there's Bob Gibson. And I talked about how they made a mistake. I was looking at the Lou Brock card thinking it was Bob Gibson because I just looked at the image and saw St. Louis and thought it was Bob Gibson. And I told the whole story about how Bob Gibson was the first athlete and or celebrity I ever met and got an autograph from. So at the Legends for Lobos game in Albuquerque, New Mexico in 1988, where these legends showed up to do a fundraiser for the New Mexico University of New Mexico Lobo baseball team. They had a bunch of legends come play a 6-inning game. So I got to see Bob Gibson, Ernie Banks, Joe Torre, Frank Torre. But I met Bob Gibson. I didn't get to meet Ernie Banks. He'd already left right away, so that sucked for me as a Cub fan. And then, of course, Bob Gibson gave me a hard time about wearing Cubs stuff. But he was nice. He was just joking around, and he signed my ball, which was just some cheap Big Lots China ball, but he's the first autograph I ever got. I also got Joe and Frank Torre and some other guys, which I'll do a video on someday. Alright, so, and our mini is a Yosemite National Park, so World of Wonders. Actually, we live like 100 miles from this. I didn't realize it was literally just east of us. I thought it was up north further, like I thought it was past Lake Tahoe. And so the first 12 years 11 years I was here, never even knew it was this close. And then some friends wanted to go and looked it up on the map, and it was just down the road basically. So I went to Yosemite for the first time last year. And yeah, it's spectacular. It's beautiful, but it's just packed with people, so that kind of spoils it. It's just too many people, and you can't park. You have to drive around until you finally can, and then you get tired and hungry. And so yeah, definitely go prepared. Don't, we just had some like hot dogs and some drinks, and that wasn't enough for just doing the walking around. But yeah, we were right there, right where the little trail is up to this little waterfall, and it was cool. It's a really neat place to see, and I think it was like $33, something like that per carload. And I think you get to use that pass for like 7 days. We only used it for the day, but that's not a bad price for 2 people. Normally I don't like to have to pay to go to stuff, but something as big as Yosemite, that's just super beautiful. Yeah, it's worth it. I don't know if this black will do better. Yeah, so let's go with the black. I think it's standing out a little better. All right. Pack number 2. I'm dipping, people. I'm dipping. But they're my cards, so nobody's gonna miss out. Don't worry. You're not gonna miss your hit because these are my cards. Wembanyama, Victor, Christian Yelich, even though the Cubs beat them finally tonight. Miami won, and we are eliminated from the playoffs. So that sucks for us. If they just beat them last night, we'd still have a chance. But, man, we've lost like 18 of the last 25 games. So it's on us. We were doing so good. We had a run like was the opposite. We won like 18 of like 25 games. And then we went on that slide. And as any good Cub fan would say, maybe next year. Hendricks, Stowers, we got his autograph, mini framed autograph out of the first hobby box. So that's cool. Hopefully he'll turn into something. Another ukulele. So I guess I've seen the majority of this set because I'm getting nothing but repeats. And the mini is a pretty Stowers. Look at that. So not only did we get his mini framed autograph, and I've gotten a few of his base cards, but there I got him in the same pack. Both his mini and his full size. So both base, number 45. And just wanted to point out, look at how much richer and deep the coloring is on the mini. These minis are just epic this year, just beautiful. And just the color is just so much richer. And I mean, the base cards are beautiful too. I mean, just really great design this year. It's totally different than any other Allen Ginter. This is more like what the relics would be or something like that. but they totally went a lot more colors in this frame, and yet it still feels like Allen Ginter, even though it's, nothing like the original, but it still just has that evolution of Allen Ginter and still has that feel. So there's a good comparison. I hope that comes in on the video well, but that's nice. All right. Plus in hobby, you get a few more, especially if you can get those little hanger packs, or you get the bonus minis, because you get less cards in per pack, but you get more minis because I get 8 packs, I get 8 minis. I get 6 packs for the same number of cards, and I get 6 minis. And as a mini collector, I like to have the 8 minis over the 6 minis. So that's one of the justifications maybe for retail. If you're a mini collector, and on those hanger packs, a lot of times, especially when they started, that's where you would get the gold borders. Like they would give an extra 3 cards and they were minis, and I think they still do that, but I just haven't seen any yet. Manoa, Pete Alonso, Hopi again, your Skrimsky, that's a nice card, and a Bryce Harper. So, as I've said before, these cards, there's short print, but you can get the 351 through 400 and the full-size card this year because I guess people wanted them. But you say, well, then how does that affect the mini exclusive that comes out of a rip card? They still are the 351 to 400, but the image on the mini rip super short print is different. It's a variation than the, so if you had like number 390 or 380, Andre Dawson, the super short print image, and then the one that comes out of the rip card is going to be an image variation of that to make it truly the super short print that it's supposed to be. Allen Ginter back, and Jeter Downs. All right, that's cool. Rookie card. Allen Ginter back. Haven't come across any known numbers yet, or Brooklyn backs. But the A&G backs are pretty nice this year. They're somewhere in the middle of the road of all the ones that they've ever done. Aim this down just a tad more, so. And let me take a little light off of there. Hopefully that you guys can see that. I'm going to lower the light level just a tad. Coming across a little bright to me. So bear with me a minute. If you're still there, thank you for watching. There we go. All right, we got to get that down and lock this. Come on. It's hard to do this. Why this it's on this little holder thing. Did that darken it a little bit? It's hard to see the screen. Come on. There we go. That's dark, light. Too light. There we go. Let's lock that in place. Dagnabbit. Lock. There we go. All right, we're locked in. It's a little darker, so hopefully that stands out a little more. All right. Thank you for your patience with me, people. All right, Fun in the Sun. That's the cards that I'm getting tired of. There's only 15 of them, so you're gonna get a lot of repeats of those. Those will be like last year's It's Your Day. That's one of the oddballs that I didn't care for last year. So I don't like every oddball thing they do. Some of them are hit or miss, and It's Your Day was the miss for me last year, and the Fun in the Sun is not a super miss. It's just repeating over and over and over. So Reed, actress. You can look her up on Google. She looks totally different than what her picture there looks like. Waters rookie. They got a ton of rookies this year in Allen Ginter. Just a ton. So hopefully some of them pay off. Ryan Howard got himself a card this year. Ray again. So, and Tanning. So that's, I think, the only second time I've seen the Tanning card. I'm going to take a drink, people, before I reveal my mini. Uh-oh. I'm out of Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm going to need to get another one. But it looks like I'm stuck. And there you go. There's your rookie design variant. Your retail exclusive. You can only get these in retail unless you get your eBay or something. And that's Gabriel Moreno. And the rookie design variants that they brought out years ago are always the rookie image variation based on the 2006 Allen Ginter design, which is basically the 1887 design. So, and instead of stats, it has a little write-up about the guy. And I can't see if this is coming in clear or not. Now that I darkened it, well, let's see. All right. I'm just going to go back to this. Keep that there, so maybe it's not having trouble focusing on the lettering there. Usually use this to keep the cards from flipping away, but I'm not putting them down in front of you right now, so don't need to do that. All right. Bello rookie. Boston. All right, Nicholas, guy from who played the little kid in Rookie of the Year. Thomas Ian Nicholas. I've seen his autograph out there, so that'd be kind of neat, especially for a Cub fan, you know. And one, you know, like Angels in the outfield, and you know, if you got that kid's autograph, that'd be cool. If you're an Angels fan, so, or, you know, if you were a Cleveland Indians fan, you would want to get like the Charlie Sheen from Major League, Reagan's rookie. Robin Yount, I think that's the first time I've come across this. Unless it's the second, I don't know. Short print number 310. So let's Robin Yount and his 3,142 hits, the 285 batting average, with only 251 home runs, but 3,000 hit club. There you go. Get yourself in the Hall of Fame, people. Learn to hit the ball. Start striking out. Willie Stargell. Spotless Band. Mini of Posada. Yankee fans. Jorge. Oh well. We're not really here to look at stats, are we? We're here to see which one wins, Blaster or pack for pack versus that hobby box. But that hobby box, that's one of the reasons I wanted to get a hobby box from the local card shop instead of Mojo's, because I kept having centering issues. Oh, look at this. We got our filigree here. And we got another bird. Is it one of the birds that I need? Nope. Already have that secretary bird, but that's supposedly the largest predator bird in the world. And if you can read that, then you can read about him. So those are cool cards. And there you go. There's the Talented. That's the joke pun. So it's a serious and goofy card all at the same time, which is why you gotta love Allen Ginter's. And then this Waters card, it's It's not soaking wet or anything, but you can take water with you without spilling it all over the place. Har, har, har. Anyway, sorry people. Yeah, I guess it's getting late. And I've been talking for hours. So, she's a professional pickleball player. Kind of cute. You got a rookie card of Henry, the Diamondbacks. Pitcher. So, maybe you'll be the next Justin Verlander. Michael Harris II, rookie card. And our foil agree. Who is this going to be? Boom, there we go. So, Beatty, he's a good rookie to get. And we got the short print. Like, you know, one in 5 or 6 blasters, you pull one of these. And if you're going to get a rookie and it's a decent rookie, that's the way to go. And so that's a pretty good one. Might be a little thick on the top versus the bottom, but dude, those are sweet cards. I like them. Just like I like my Andre Dawson one that I just got in the mail today. So he's going to go over there with the minis because he's going right into the binder. And Boston, only in Boston. So I guess you can guess that's about the Green Monster. Is it? There it is. So that's a new card to me. Fenway Park, standing 37 feet tall, 2 inches high. Green Monster wall towers over left field at Fenway Park, offering an inviting target to right-handed hitters. The Wonder Barrier was part of the original stadium in 1912. 1976, it was covered in hard plastic. So, there you Boston people go. I need me an Ivy card. Can you tell me what stadium that would be? If you're a baseball person, you would know. It'll be on the pop quiz tomorrow. Do some research. And if you like, let me know what you come up with. It's a softball question, people. There's a baseball-ish-esque reference. Alvarez rookie for the Mets. The Metropolitans. My small card is the full-size card. So I got another small full-size card. Rookie card of Ethan Small. So my puns continue. Another rookie. I mean, just look at all these rookies that we're getting. Thompson. St. Louis. Mo Vaughn. Looking pretty big there, Mo, as we talked about before. 306. It's good for him that he's on a card again. And Don Mattingly. These spotless bands. Who knows? This may be a Hall of Famer card sometime in the near future. Time will tell. And another rookie, Ohoppy, whatever. Rookie black border, and that one's really well centered, it looks like. There's no chipping issues that I can see. It's a good color match here with the Angels. Colors with that red that they did in there, and it really focuses it with that black border. So those are really good cards. Hey, I haven't got a gold border yet, so. The Foilagree is the Foilagree rookie. So far, I would say is probably the leader of the pack as far as what we've gotten out of this blaster. So this blaster is not looking so hot as far as going up against that hobby. Fowler. Rodriguez. Was that J-Rod? Wow. That's the first time I came across this one. So that's new to me. So number 3, I haven't got the J-Rod yet. So really quick, let's see what he did as a rookie. He had 28 home runs, 3 triples, 25 doubles, 145 hits with a 284 batting average. So that's solid, yeah. Wasn't he rookie of the year? So yeah, dude definitely had a good year. Got a ton of his stuff in 2022. And so, yeah, hopefully he stays the course. And I think he's doing pretty well this year. Season's about to come to the end. Going into playoff time. MacGuffin did a whole spiel about MacGuffin in Star Wars. Chasing a MacGuffin around the galaxy. Not sure what a MacGuffin is. It's some item, some random thing people are looking for. And it's like a story plot line, and usually doesn't have to do with anything. That's like the story is to give them something to go for. But you can look that up. And a bell. Cute. So Mandy Bell sounds like something out of an 80s show. And the Claves again. And that, my friends, will wrap up the blaster minus this mini, another rookie mini. And that's Lee for the Astros. That's a really good looking card. The colors just this purple and then the blue pops, and yeah, it's just well done. And it's centered really good in my opinion. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a little bit on the bottom there, but it's hard to tell. The frames are a little how they're supposed to be, but yeah, if you're a Lee fan for Houston rookie, and it's an Allen Ginter back, so that's really a nice looking card. But all we really got out of this blaster was this, that, the Boston, the foil agree or whatever, rookie design variant, some rookie cards which are nice, Yosemite, and so Allen Ginter back, rookie design, and another Allen Ginter back. So 2 A and G backs, 1 rookie design variant, 1 black border, no gold borders, second year Julio, and the Beatty foil agree card. So not looking so hot for the blaster this time around. I'll just set this aside here. Put Andre up here to create some separation. All right, actually I'll put these over here. I'll move these. All right, folks. Now for the blaster, I'm just gonna go, hobby. I'm just gonna pick the middle ones. So we're gonna get 6 of these because that's the same number of cards. So I'm just gonna grab, actually, you know what? I'll grab 1, 2, 3. Bottom 3. And let's do the first 3. We'll get to the other 2 packs. But these are the random ones that in that row that we're gonna choose to go up against the retail. So math's pretty easy. 6 packs of 8 versus 8 packs of 6. We'll win by getting more minis in that department is the only advantage, getting the same number of cards. This should spank retail every time, but last night maybe was an anomaly, and it wasn't a huge win for the blaster, but just any win for a blaster is usually a pretty big deal. So set that out there so you guys can kind of take a look at what a hobby pack looks like if you haven't seen it, or this is 10 years down the road and you're like, oh, that's cool. People usually don't show that. Now I get to see what it looked like. Keep your wrappers, keep your receipts, keep your box. They short you a hit, you need all that to get Topps to give you a replacement. Ramirez, Schwarber, Gordon, Tovar rookie. Dale Murphy. Maybe a Hall of Famer someday. Veterans Committee thinks that he's MVPs and home run prowess outweigh his poor strikeouts, his many strikeouts, kind of Dave Kingman syndrome. Alcantara and the Harp. So far, not so good for you, Mr. Hobby Box. And a Canerco. So that one's, it's nice. It's not as pretty as the other one I was rambling on about on the video. Looking at the screen, it really pops. It's showing really good on the screen and pops a little more than it does kind of in person, but maybe it's just the lighting. 309, so that's a short print. So and obviously we should probably get a hit in one of these packs because there's usually one hit per row in the hobby, and unless we just randomly didn't pick the 2 packs that had them. Okay, so Old Time Hockey, which I got the relic of him yesterday. Wander Franco, 2nd year card, like in the 3rd year. But dude's got problems, so that's gonna bite us all who have a ton of his cards. I have an autograph of him that's basically worthless right now. Look it up if you don't know what's going on already. Let's hope it's not true. Cavalli rookie. Anderson. Mr. Anderson. Living in the Matrix. Maybe we are. I'm having fun. Cal Ripken Jr. Number 13. And there's another one of my numbers. New Hall of Famer Scott Rowland. And a Showtime Shohei Ohtani. Spotless Streaks. Spotless Span, sorry. Alright, Scott, let's take a look at your Hall of Fame resume here. Alright. 2,038 games. 1,211 runs. 2,077 hits, that's it. 517 doubles, 43 triples, 316 home runs, 1,287 RBIs, 118 stolen bases, 281 batting average is decent. So I don't know, I mean, those aren't bad numbers for, let's say, an infielder that's second or shortstop. First base, it's probably pretty good. Third base, you'd want more. But I don't know. Can't judge based just on offense. Got to know what his defense is. Like how many Gold Gloves or something that he won. So I'm not too familiar with him. If you were just going on offensive stats alone, that would be kind of iffy. So I guess what is he, a Veterans Committee made it in, or voted in at the end of his eligibility? I don't know, but yeah, it's a close call. I guess it depends on his position and his defense. If he's a great defensive player, 8, 9 Gold Gloves, then okay. Even Ozzie Smith made it in the Hall of Fame. Okay. So defense, he makes the Hall of Fame. If he's a catcher, those aren't bad numbers. But yeah, so hey, Even Sandy Koufax is in the Hall of Fame, so who's to complain? People are going to be like, that's blasphemy. Or, well, how many pitchers had they pitched like 8 years, their 8 best years, and were dominant, and then retired, and everyone's like, oh, I was the best pitcher ever? Yeah, but I don't know. I want to see what you do in 20 years. But that's just my critique. I'm not saying he was bad or anything like that. He was a great pitcher. But, so there we go. By any other name, that's a new one to me. Allentown, Pennsylvania. So, little Billy Joel there, right? And those who know. And that's one of their semi-goofy cards that they're doing this year. Other things that are named Allen, like Allen Ginter. So there you go, Allentown, Pennsylvania. I like that. That's new to me. I believe these are mini exclusives, unless they have box loader. I don't know. But that's a new one for me. And the Allens don't all have to be spelled Allen. They could be like Alan. It's just anything that sounds like Allen. So who knows? Maybe Allen DeGeneres could get a card, but they're really pretty cards too. The reds really pop, so those are cool. And that one's new to me, so I like that. That's one of those different kind of Allen Ginter cards. I tell you, I try to go back in time and get some Allen Ginter cards that I didn't pick up, usually from the years I didn't have a lot of money or didn't get a lot of Allen Ginter. You know, I was limited or couldn't afford to buy a hobby. You know, maybe I was just getting blasters and there was stuff that you could only get in the hobby. You know, so this would be a card like, if this was 10, 15 years ago, I'd have been like, oh, I need to get some of those because that's cool. And to me, that's cool. That's something different and goofy and odd in the good way. Allen Ginter having a little fun. Topps having a little fun with the name of the brand. And so I like it. Hunter Green. Rodriguez rookie card. Lefko. Casas rookie card. Bruhan. Murphy. Sean Murphy, and the Andean Condor. So another repeat, in case you want to read about the Andean Condor. I already have that one, so that doesn't do me a lot of good. And our mini is Castillo. Luis Castillo, Seattle Mariners, number 249. Whoops. Pretty good looking card. The mint green's pretty cool this year. Alright, Blaster is not doing so bad. The Foliagree's in the lead for right now, I would say. And pretty even with the rookies. But I mean, come on, people. I'm not a White Sox fan. I really don't like them. As a Cub fan, I hope the White Sox go away, go Vancouver or something. But anyways, I mean, dude, it's the big hurt. You mean the big hunk? Yep. Oh yeah. She'll like it too. Big hurt. Frank Thomas, Hall of Famer. So everyone likes Frank Thomas. So. I don't want the White Sox to go out of business by any means. If they can leave Chicago, I'd be fine. You know, they need more teams out west. Vancouver, Vegas. They need some teams out here to play. And redheaded stepchild of Chicago. And sorry, I don't like the White Sox. But I like to have them as a rival, so I don't want them to go away by any means. Just not one of the teams I care for. I don't like the American League either, but I don't want it to go away. I just want the National League to stop or baseball forcing the National League to be like the American League. Stupid designated hitter, I hate it. That's my opinion. I guess I'm one of them old school traditionalists. And Vargas rookie. And get off my lawn, right? Mangini sitting there on pause for like 3 hours on the TV. And there's Schultz. That's a cool card. I like that. That's that professional wiffle ball player. So it's just awesome. I love it, Allen Ginter. Some people are going to hate this card. Absolutely hate it. And I think it's just the coolest thing ever. Good for this dude. And come on, people, lighten up. That's funny. That's cool. And I'm sure it's serious to this dude. Wouldn't you want to be a wiffle ball professional? Just for the heck of it, and end up on a mainstream card set? Let's see, I didn't say baseball card set. And this is a good looking card too, the Ted Williams this year. So that's nice. A lot of you guys are going to like this next card. One of the big chases in the history of cards and sports cards, not just baseball cards. Mr. Bo Jackson. So now you know what I'm talking about. Got a bunch of his 87 stuff. Nice cards. And there you go. There's the super short print. But it's a short print. It's not a super short print as far as I know. Super short print's still the mini exclusive from the RIP cards. And but they're going to give you a Bo Jackson full size to match up with that 384 that's the mini. But it will not look like that. It's going to be a different image. And Cy Young, the myth, the legend, the man himself. 500 wins. 25.1 consecutive hitless innings. That's crazy. And Joey Votto. Seeing a lot of Joey. Joey's come out to play. Ha 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 ha. Okay. A lot of you love Joey. A lot of ladies love Joey. Alright, I think we managed to miss the hit. Bender the Offender from Futurama. DiMaggio, voice actor for Bender from Futurama, one of the funniest cartoons or funniest shows ever. And Bender, one of the greatest characters ever. And I said before, they had the episode where Bender became a human. And I think they did Bender to look like this guy, the real person that does his voice. So voice actor John DiMaggio. Hope you can read about Bender the Offender and you can bite his shiny metal. New season of Futurama came back for like the 4th time. And now it's on Hulu, and what I've seen so far is pretty good. I gotta get off these videos and start watching some Futurama. And Vlad Jr. Freed. Urshela. Chris Bryant. Thank you, Chris. Hall of Fame. Thank you for the World Series. Nims. And the Lyre. And that Lyre goes way back to ancient Greece. Yep, a lot of Greek myths. So, it's such a Lyre card. Can you trust what it says? Nelson rookie card. So, that's it, people. One more pack. And the Blaster seems to be, for a second night in a row, taking it by a horse length. once again to the hobbies. So hobby, you should be giving us a hit here anytime soon. Is this the one? Or did I pick the wrong packs to go up against? Well, looky here at Bo Jackson yet again. So this one is the base. I think the other one was the short print. Zoo. It's like a DJ or tattoo artist. The Enigma. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool looking card. So good for this guy. I'm assuming that dude, Rodon, wearing his suit on, well, you know, under his jersey there. He looks like he's got a cast on, and, you know, makes it look like he's in a sling. That's what I first thought. I was like, why is a dude in a cast? Oh. So, I guess that was his signing day. Stam Usual. That was a beautiful card this year. Just has that illustrated look like the Del Nichols poster from the late 70s for Coca-Cola that I talked about. Number 25. That's one of my favorite cards in this set. And I don't even like the Cardinals. I'm a Cubs fan, but once again, who doesn't love Stam Usual? One of the greatest players ever. And that's just a wonderful image of him, and it's got that old-time look to it. And it fits really well with the vintage classic Allen Ginter design, and one of the most beautiful looking sets that they put out. And old Stan the Man only had 475 home runs, but 331 batting average lifetime with over 3,026 games. Well, 3,026 games. But he had 3,630 hits. So, I mean, think of that, people. This is one of the greatest players ever. I mean, he was the National League's Ted Williams. And, granted, Ted Williams, served his country multiple times during his playing career as a pilot. Ooh, we just zapped a bug. Sweet. But, I mean, Stam Usual, dude, look at, not just 3,000 hit club, but 3,600 plus hit club, and just 25 home runs shy of 500 club. I wish the dude had just made the 500, and it would be like a no-brainer, just like Ted Williams. But, dude, or people think, that is unbelievable. Most guys hit 3,000 and they're like done. They're like, okay, 3,060 hits or something like that. And yeah, they're done. They've had enough. They reached the milestone. But dude was like 3,300 plus hits and just shy of 500. Stan Usual. Stan is the man. Detmers. Okie dokie. So I did pick the non-hit pack. Another dude that I think's borderline Hall of Fame. Probably doesn't deserve to be there because he quit too soon, and he had the option of playing first base or moving. He was still a solid player. Obviously, he was getting hurt behind a home plate in the last couple of years. See him get hit a couple times with the foul balls, and but he just, I don't know, maybe he was afraid to go to first or something, didn't like it, and wasn't comfortable, so he thought he would just cut his losses. And I know his wife was probably pressuring him or something, and then he sat out that endemic season, and yeah, he should have kept playing. So you're gonna have to give him some leeway because he didn't play because of the endemic season. So that's a year loss. That was his decision, but at the time, who knew what was going to happen? Obviously, you don't want to be dead, to roll you out there like Charlie Pride have him come out and sing on some show and then die like a week later of COVID, you know. So that was unfortunately for Charlie Pride, the singer, but so these are the kind of things you had to worry about at the time. But yeah, I don't know, Buster. You were clearly on your way, but 158 home runs, 1,500 hits, 302 batting average. So clearly on your way as a catcher, but I don't think those numbers add up enough. Yeah, you were a great defensive catcher and, pretty solid offense, but, those numbers need to be a bit higher, even though you got a limited career. But he's a great player, so it's too bad he quit. Yeah, I'm not a Giants fan, so I'm not hating on him because he's a Giant. I just really think that he needed to play it out. So there's your last big card, King Griffey Jr. 8 consecutive games with the home run and the mini. All right, one of these food cards, the Dominican Republic, La Bandera. So those are neat and goofy at the same time. You can read about it. Flag in English, fitting name for the Dominican Republic national dish, served for both lunch and dinner. This blend of rice, red beans, and meat is a tricolor like the country's banner and just as vital to its people. Looks pretty good. All right, there you go, man. I mean, Blaster wins again. We got the filigree out of the Blaster. Not seeing a book card in there, so hey, we chose the packs to go up against it. The Blaster wins. I mean, not by a whole lot, but I mean, the minis and this beat those cards. So, wow. Hobby, you let us down. Let's go ahead and open the last 2 packs of this row. And this is probably, yep. And here was the hit. The next pack was the hit. So should I hold off? Let me get this mini out of here first. Oh, it's a good, yeah. All right, we're going to set this aside. Put the mini here. We'll get to the other pack first. We'll go out with a bang, right, people? Just like that bug just got zapped. We're going to zap out of here with a, leave you guys with a hit. So you had to wait till the end to get the hit. Hey, there's Bryce Harper. I don't know if I've seen that yet. So, Bryce clearly on his way to the Hall of Fame. Lee. Corey Lee, rookie card. Dude that looks like Neil Peart from Rush in that picture. DJ Ski. You know how I feel about DJs. Dare Johns. Molina. He's a good player, though. Turner is not a Dodger. Pujols. As long as nothing bad comes up, shoe in for the Hall of Fame with his 700 plus home runs. .703. The only thing you can really complain about the guy is he probably did go a little too long trying to get to that 700 mark. But it didn't matter at that point. He's in, but good for him making the 700 club. There's a DJ. Told you how I feel about DJs. Derek Jeter. And the mini, we finally got a black border out of this. Burns. We're 86. Aside from this hit. Alright, so fun in the sun, wakeboarding. A lot of fun. Hater. Alright, Levi's. Willie Levis, whatever. All right, so we got a winner here. So that's our third Corbin Carroll full-size rookie card, so that's good. Good for this pack. Is that R.J. Reynolds, the company? All right, I'm going to go to the mini first. That's Hopi, the mini A and G back. And it's a frame, so is it going to be an autograph? I believe so. I see that design there. That makes me believe this is an autograph. Boom, Nims. So that's an oddball autograph too. So there you go. At first I kind of liked this design, but I'm not in love with the color. I don't know if that kind of looks like a vase or something in the background. That's like a silhouette of one or something like that. But dude, I mean, he's a rapper, and I don't like rap, but a lot of people do. It's popular, and so this card's probably pretty, depending on how popular he is. And they just arrested the dude for killing Tupac, I think, yesterday. So there's your rap reference of the day. For America's Untold Stories, your blues hero of the day. All right, well, your rapper, I'm not going to say hero, your rapper interesting quote of the day is Tupac Shakur's supposed killer got picked up by the police in Vegas because he had to write a memoir where he basically admitted to doing it, I guess. Idiot. I guess it was a gang. I'm not even going to mention the gang. One of their buddies got beat up at the Tyson fight. After the Tyson fight, and word got out, and so a bunch of those dudes went out and were gonna retaliate against Tupac and Suge or whatever for beating up their buddy, and that's what got him killed. But anyways, there's your rap story of interest of relevance of the day to go along with this rapper's card. So as we all know, usually some of the oddball stuff carries a higher value than some of the basic, autographs of just some random baseball dude, because you'll probably get a ton of his autographs throughout all the product, and this guy not so much. And depending on how popular he is, it's going to determine that. If he's some, dude who's like the champion at throwing water balloons, maybe you're going to get his autograph for 10 or 15 bucks, not so much, but one of the bigger name celebrity ones are definitely worth a lot more than most of the baseball dudes that you're going to get out of this. You'd have to get like a football player or, somebody like this to kind of get the value you would get out of something like this. So that's a real win. That's a good one. Last year, my first mini framed autograph, 2022, was of Danny Glover. So big time movie star from back in the day, Lethal Weapon and all that. Predator 2 was really good. I liked that. Danny Glover's in it. And then Jonathan Taylor, I got him. So if he does good in football, NFL, then good for me. But there you go. That's a winner, even though I don't care for rap. But hey, I'm glad to have that. As opposed to, no offense, his autograph. Or about 99 out of 100 of these other ones. Hey, so there we go. Another super long video, just as long as my Danica Patrick release video. But the Blaster won the equal number of cards challenge 2 nights in a row. But in the end, the hobby will always win because of stuff like this. And hey, every single hobby box that I've opened now. And these all three came out of the same case from the Mojo Sports Brake Shop. You know, Mojo Brakes. They have a shop here in Santa Clara, just off the 101, just down the street from me, actually like a mile. Because they get bulk. Their price is a little cheaper, but they just don't carry old stuff. So it's like, once this is gone, it's gone. And then it's like, okay, they move on to the next thing. But I've been having centering issues with their cards. So I don't know if it was a case thing, but one case I pulled 3 autographs out of the 3 hobby boxes I got out of the case. And I don't know, what is it, like 18 boxes per case, something like that. And I think you usually only get 5 to 6 autographs per case, and I managed to pull 3 of them. So there we go. Hey everybody. That'll wrap it up for the day. eBay, Andre Dawson. eBay, Andre Dawson. Free soccer card, Andre Dawson X. The thing that put the blaster over the top was this filigree. And last but not least, my white whale card. 2006 Danica Patrick mini framed autograph card. Paid a pretty penny for this, but got it for a lot cheaper than they're worth. eBay authenticated. So there you go. It's the biggest card day for me ever. Thanks for joining me today. Sorry my videos are so long, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright everybody, old style classics baseball cards, Allen Ginter run, oddball stuff. Had a good day. Have a good weekend. Maybe we'll talk to you tomorrow. Alright, good night.